Hi everyone, Julia here. Hello from Sweden and welcome to a new video. And in today's video I will show you all my journals of 2022 that I've finished this year. Before I start to show you all the journals, I want to say a few things. So first, I'm recording this video still in November, so some of these journals are not 100% finished yet. But I'm sure that I will finish them until end of the year, because it's, for example, my planner, like weekly and monthly planner, and content planner, like some kind of work journal, and also a few journals where I have only very few pages left. So I know that I still will finish these journals until end of the year. And also, I'm not going to show you today the journals that I started this year but haven't finished yet, because those journals I will continue them next year, and also next year I'm going to start a few new journals, and there will be another video about my journals and planners set up for 2023. But that will be a separate video. So today's video is about the journals that I've finished this year. Some of these journals I will continue next year, or like will start a new similar journal. Some of them just will stay on the shelf and I'm not going to start another one. And in the setup video for 2023, there actually will be quite a few new things, because now I'm trying to figure out my setup for the next year and what I want to change, which journals I still want to continue next year, and which journals not anymore, and like new journals that I want to start, and to change something in some of my journals. As you can see, all my journals that I finished this year, they even don't fit to this picture frame. I haven't expected that there are that many, actually. I thought that it's less, but it's quite a few. So I think I will divide them a bit into categories, that it's easier to show some of them. And I think I will start from planners, because there are not that many, and it will be rather fast then. And then I will continue with journals, and I have really many different journals, so I'll move them a bit aside for the moment. And now I'm going to show you my planners of this year. These are actually the ones that are not finished yet. I'm still using them. As I said, now it's November still, so I'm going to use this until end of the year, and I will finish them in December for sure. And we'll start new ones next year, but also I will show you my planners setup in the next video, because I want to change a few things. So this first little journal, it's kind of like a work planner. So I have here two inserts, and first one is dated weekly insert, where I plan my posts on Instagram and YouTube videos and all content related stuff. I won't show a flip through of it, because there are also some personal notes, but it's really nothing special at all. I add sometimes some stickers, but mostly it's just notes, what I plan to do each day. And the second insert, it's a blank paper insert, and these are just the general notes, like related to my Etsy shop, and some work plans. Mostly it's related to my Etsy shop, and also YouTube videos, ideas and stuff like that. Also I decorated a little bit with some stickers, but mostly it's just for notes. And this kind of worked for me this year pretty well, but next year I'm going to move to another planner and have everything work related in one journal, because I noticed that this one is too small. I need more space, especially for different kinds of notes, and also monthly planning is missing here. And that's why I did monthly planning in this one. And I got this one rather late in the year, I think in June It's a Midori planner, and it was with a really big discount because it was already middle of the year. And it's also a dated planner, and I started to use it in June, I think, or even July. No, in June. I started to use it in June, and I used here mostly these monthly layouts for planning YouTube videos and some shop-related stuff to have monthly overview of things because it was missing, definitely was missing here. And for the next year, I plan to combine these two and have another journal. And the rest of this journal I didn't use for a while, and then I just started to add here some things from packages that I received, like somehow to fill that blank space. So it's mostly different thank you cards from different stationery, and not only stationery packages that I received, because I wanted to keep them, and some of them I use in my other journals, but those that are left I put here, and all packaging related stuff because I just don't want to throw it away. And then at some point I also started to use this in September, I think. Yeah, in September I started to use this weekly pages for daily journaling. I started to write down here some things about my day, mostly like good things about each day, some nice moments, and also to include different things that I received during the week in the mail. Also some packaging if I got some new stationery or something from friends, stuff like that, and just started to add different small things here and there, also some photos and stuff like that. And actually I noticed that I really like this format of journaling, and I think I will use it until end of the year and will finish it. And I already have an idea for the next year, like how to continue and do something similar. So I'm also going to show you that in the next video. And this one is my monthly and weekly planner, like kind of bullet journal. And I have here monthly insert where I write down different dates and appointments. Mostly it's personal things like some appointments, concerts, birthdays and stuff like that. And this planner is more like a personal planner, or more or less mixed, because I also write here some work related tasks, but there are also some personal things. And I like this planner because I just like to decorate these weekly spreads, and it has also some practical use, of course, but I use it more for decorating, and I use it daily actually, and I look on all those things that I write there. But I think I also could use only this one in combination with this, but this one is just more like for fun and more for personal use. And this one is also soon will be finished, and I'm going to start a new one next year. So these are 3 planners that I finished this year, or like almost finished, but they will be finished until end of the year. And now to journals. I think first I will show you my junk journals. This one is a vintage journal that I started still in 2021, but finished this one this year. And I have a flip through of all these journals that you will see now. I have a flip through almost of all of them on my channel already, so I'm not going to show the flip through of these journals now. In case if you are interested to see the flip through of these journals, then you can just follow the links in the description box and watch all the flip throughs. So this was my winter junk journal, and earlier I was really much into seasonal journaling, seasonal journals. I made winter journal, autumn journal, spring, summer journal and stuff like that. But this year I noticed that I am kind of tired from it, especially when it comes to winter journal. It didn't really work for me. It was actually the first winter journal that I started, and it didn't really work for me because in December I always have a December daily journal, some kind of Christmas journal, and this journal I plan to use in January and February, but the problem is that after New Year I already want spring, I am already tired of winter, and I just don't want to use any winter materials that I have. I don't want to make winter pages. I am already totally in the spring mood and looking forward to spring, so this journal actually was a struggle to finish, and I even thought that I won't finish it at all, but then on one weekend I just sat down and finished all the pages that were left, and I really like how it turned out. It looks really nice, and I love to flip through this journal. Looks really, really nice, but I'm definitely not going to do seasonal journaling, and especially winter journal anymore, because as it seems, it's just not really my thing anymore. And I decided that I will have a junk journal for all the seasons, one for all the seasons, and won't make seasonal journals this year. I even didn't make an autumn journal. Autumn is my absolutely favorite season, and I had an autumn journals for a few years. But this year I even didn't make a separate autumn journal because I knew that I just won't be able to finish it. Maybe I just got tired of it, or I don't know, and sometime I maybe will return again to this kind of journals, like seasonal journals, but for the next year I'm not going to have any seasonal journals. And I think still the only seasonal journal that I'm going to do is December journal, December daily, Christmassy journal. That's the only seasonal journal that I want to have. Yeah, but I really like how this journal turned out, but this one will stay on my shelf, and I'm not going to start another winter journal. This is my another junk journal that I started after this one, and I made this cover and two inserts for this cover. This one is like kind of traveler's notebook style cover, so basically I can just take out these inserts, and there is a place for two inserts, but I finished this first one and it's really big and bulky, so I took it out, and now I'm just keeping it on the shelf as a separate journal because it's just too bulky to use two inserts at the same time in this cover. And I'm still using this journal, the second insert of this journal, and I think I will continue this next year. I'm not sure if I still will finish it this year, probably rather not, because there are still quite a few pages here. As you can see, all these pages are still not filled, so I think I will keep this journal for the next year, and this will be my junk journal for the next year for all the seasons. And when I finish it, I think I will make another cover like this, like similar cover. So yeah, this is another junk journal that I've finished. And I also finished this small junk journal, pocket size junk journal, and this one is mostly with nature collages, many different nature collages in this journal. That's small size. It's a little bit bigger than traveler's notebook passport size, but yeah, kind of a bit similar, and really like this little journal. I also have another one that I started this year, like a similar size, also with different nature collages, but I haven't finished it yet, and also I don't think that I will finish it still this year, so for the next year I also have something similar. I also finished this big journal this year, and I had this one for at least 2 years, maybe even more than 2 years, and this is a fantasy journal, It's dedicated to my favorite fantasy books and series, TV series, but mostly books. And I have here collection of different things from my favorite books and series, quotes, different artworks, postcards and stuff like that, and it's all fantasy themed. Here I have only fantasy books and series, because that's what I watch and read mostly. And I also have a flip through of this journal on my YouTube channel, and I will link it down below if you want to see it. And I really love this journal. I'm happy that I finally finished it, and this year I started kind of 3 similar journals, I can say, like 3 fantasy journals. I haven't finished none of them, of course, not yet, because I just started them, and one of them you also saw on my YouTube channel. That's a Tolkien journal, or Middle-earth journal. I just started it, and it's a similar format like this one, so I think it also will take me a few years to finish it. And I will show you then all those other fantasy journals in the next video, but this one is finished and I really like it. Then I have this this one. I even don't know if I can count it as a journal. It's more like a small booklet. That's also something that I showed here on my YouTube channel. We were making this together, booklet with different nature and animal collages, and I made it very fast, just like in a few days, so I don't know if I can count it as a journal, but I thought that, like, yeah, why not? I have many other journals with collages, so this one is just like a very small journal. And these are a few traveler's notebook inserts that I finished this year. Now, all of them are with collages, this one in regular size, and it's for different collages. There is no specific theme in this insert. There are all possible kinds of collages: nature, travel, whatever, mostly nature and travel, because these are 2 of my favorite themes for collages and for my journal pages. And I also have a flip through of this insert on my YouTube channel, and I think it's one of the recent videos, because I just finished this one. So in case if you're interested to see all the pages, you also can find it in the description. So this one is in regular size, and these 2 are passport size. First I finished this one. I started this one even still in 2021, but finished this year in spring. And this one is also with different nature, travel, and all possible kinds of collages, but in this small passport size. I finished it in April, and this was another one that I started shortly after that and finished just now, just a few days ago. And there is also a flip through of both of them, and I really love to use this traveler's notebook inserts in both sizes, actually, for collages, just for collages and nothing else. For me it's very relaxing, and it's some kind of meditation for me. So these journals I even can call something like my self-care journals, meditation journals, or something like this. And next year I am going to start new inserts for collages, and I noticed that my favorite kind of paper for these journals is craft paper inserts. I enjoy more to make collages on craft paper. Here I had cream MD paper, and I really like this paper, but I like it, for example, for my travel journal more, but for collages I like more this craft inserts. These 3 are my travel journals from this year. This one is about trip to Prague in June, and it's only about Prague. And I have a whole playlist about this journal and making the pages in this journal. And this one is an insert for short trips, mostly like 1-2 days trips. And this one is also already finished. I finished this in October. And this one that is not finished yet completely. Here I have a few bigger trips. It's like a mixture. It's turned out to be a mixture of these two. So I started it for one trip in autumn to Amsterdam and to Munich, and half of this journal is about that trip. And then I have here a bit longer trip to Gothenburg in October, also almost about half of the journal, and there are still a few pages left, so I'm going to use this until end of the year for some short one-day trips, but I definitely will finish it until end of the year. And of course I'm going to start new travel journals next year. Also will show you my new journals for next year then in the next video. So these three are my travel journals of this year. Then I also have this kind of more like an album, and this one is dedicated to concerts and festivals in 2022. And here I keep the photos and tickets from all the concerts and festivals that I've visited this year. And I'm also going to finish it this year because it's only for this year. I don't think that it will be enough for next year, so I'm going to finish it this year. I don't really show it on Instagram or here. I don't know if it's interesting for someone or not, but I also decided to show it in my journals of 2022 because it's also some kind of journal. I don't write here anything, it's just for photos and tickets from the concerts, but I really like to fill the pages of this little album. And for the next year I'm also going to start another one. I still want to decorate a cover of this because I don't really like this cover. So when I will finish it, I also will decorate the cover. Then another one is my black and white journal that I also started so in 2021. And there are a few pages left in this journal too, but I'm going to finish it until end of the year, and I'm going to start a new one for sure because I really love this journal and I enjoy to make this black and white pages, use only black and white ephemera, and I really like how this journal looks. So I'm definitely going to start another one next year. I don't know if in similar format or maybe a bit smaller. I'm not sure yet, but I'm going to start a new one when this one is finished. And when it's finished, I also will show you a full flip through of this journal on my Instagram, and also will upload a video here. I think I will do that in the next few weeks. And last but not least are all this. These are daily journals. This one also, I forgot about this one. That's also was a content planner, but for the first half of the year. So it belongs to the first part of the video where I was showing you my planners and my work journals. So these 5 are daily journals, and I started this daily journals in April. This was the first one, and this journal was sent to me by Sarah from United States. It's a journal that she made herself and was very kind and sent me this journal, and I came up with the idea to use it as my daily journal diary. So I was using this in April and finished this in the end of April, and then decided to start a new one the next month. So these were the next journals that I used. So here is the next one that I used, this passport traveler's train, really nice one. This one I started in May, and this passport size inserts are enough for 2 months. I usually use one page for one day, sometimes two, sometimes even more, but mostly it's just one page a day. So it's enough for 2 months. And this was July and August, and September and October. And here I just write about different good things about the day, just some small nice moments, and also add sometimes some photos from the day or some ephemera if I got something, like something in the mail, then maybe some packaging and stuff like that. And I really like this format of journaling because it doesn't take much time, and it's actually very helpful. It helps me to concentrate more on positive things, on something nice, and treasure and cherish those things more, enjoy them more. So I definitely will continue with this daily journaling practice. And of course I don't journal like every single day. Sometimes there are days that I skip because I'm just not in the mood for that, or there was nothing special during that day. Or also, for example, when I'm traveling, I use then just my travel journal and this note. So I don't journal every single day, but I try to do it as often as possible. And in November, I decided to try it also in bigger format, in this regular size format. So for November I started this insert in regular size, and it's basically exactly the same as this but in bigger size, so I can include more papers, more ephemera, more stickers, more photos and stuff like that. And I actually also really like this bigger size, and it takes a little bit longer than this, but I also like this bigger format. So I don't know if I will continue in bigger format, but I'm going to finish this insert for sure. And then as my next one, to be honest, I don't know yet if I'm going to use again this regular size, or we'll go back to the smaller passport size. I think sometimes I just will change it, depends from my mood. Sometimes I will use this smaller size, sometimes bigger size. I really like both. This one is very convenient and compact and also very fast, but this one gives more space for decorating, for including all the ephemera from the day, especially if you got some package or happy mail, then there is more space to include all those things and also add photos and stuff like that. So both formats are really nice, and this is also something that I'm going to do in December as my December daily journal. I'm not doing daily videos on YouTube this year. I already was writing about that in my newsletter, and also probably you already saw the video about December daily. I'm doing December daily journal for myself, and it's something similar like this. I'm just writing about good moments of each day, including some ephemera, especially from advent calendar from a friend that I'm unpacking every day. So it's something similar like this daily journal here. And then in the end of December I will show a flip through of my December daily journal diary. I think it's more like a diary, but I really like that format too, so I will show you a flip through when it's finished, and also maybe a flip through of this daily insert, this November daily, when I finish it. But now it's still November, so this one is not finished. I think that's all. No, one more. I still have one more. This one is a little passport size insert with all the journals that I made for my Etsy shop. That's just something for myself, like as a reminder and just to keep track of the journals that I made. So I just printed the photo of every journal and included here, and also wrote down when it was sold and to whom. Just a little journal for myself, and here I have journals of 2021 and 22. So that's all what I wanted to show you today, all my journals that I finished this year, or almost finished already. Going to, some of them still going to finish until the end of this year. And then in one of the next videos I will show you my journals and planners 2023 setup, and will tell you more about all the journals that I was using this year but haven't finished yet, and going to use them in 2023, and also new journals that I'm going to start and some things that I'm going to change. So I hope you will join me for the next video too, and thank you so much for watching. See you in my next videos. Bye!